Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Pardon us for keeping you waiting for say 10 minutes. After confirming with the moderators, since the quorum is present, we can now start the meeting. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I, Satish Kadroli, Company Secretary of your company, take this opportunity to welcome you all to the 31st Annual General Meeting of your company, being held through VC and other audio-visual means. This meeting is held through VC and OAVM as per the provisions of Companies Act, rules made thereunder, secretarial standards, and also in line with the circulars issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI from time to time in light of COVID-19 pandemic. I thank all our members joining this meeting. Hope you all are safe and in good health. The company has taken all the feasible steps to ensure that shareholders are provided with the e-voting and participating in this AGM through video conferencing. I thank NSDL for providing the adequate infrastructure for this same. I take pleasure in introducing our board members and officers. We have with us Mr. Arun Jindal, Chairman.
Good afternoon, all shareholders.
Mr. Nitin Rajore, Whole-Time Director.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the AGM.
Mr. R.T. Goyal, Independent Director, who is also Chairman of Audit Committee, Nomination and Remuneration Committee, and also Stakeholder Relationship Committee.
Good afternoon to all the stakeholders. I, R.T. Goyal, on behalf of Rajkumar Forge Limited, welcome all the attendees for this 31st Annual General Meeting of the company. Thank you.
Ms. Sudha Santanam, Independent Director.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the AGM.
Mr. Shubham Jindal, Chief Financial Officer of the company. All above directors are attending.
Good afternoon, everybody.
All other directors are attending through this meeting through video conferencing from Pune, Maharashtra. We also have in this meeting representatives of secretarial auditors, internal auditor, and statutory auditors who are attending this meeting through their respective offices. Before we commence in this meeting, I would like to highlight certain points regarding participating in this AGM through VC and OAVM. The facility of joining this AGM through VC and OAVMs has been made available to the members on first come first serve. I hope you are able to hear us clearly. All members who have joined this meeting shall be muted by default to avoid background noise and ensure smooth and seamless conduct of this meeting. Once question and answer session starts, name of speaker shareholder who have registered with us shall be announced by the moderator. The speaker shareholder will thereafter be unmuted by the moderator to enable him or her to express their views and to ask the question. To start speaking, speakers are requested to click on video on button. If the speaker is not able to join the video for any reason, he or she can participate through audio mode. While speaking, speaker shareholders are requested to minimize the background noise to avoid disturbance. Speaker shareholders are also requested to be loud and clear. In case of any connectivity problem, we would like the next speaker to join. Once the connectivity improves, the speaker shareholder will be again asked to join. Each speaker shareholder will be allowed 3 minutes, and a sincere request to each speaker to adhere to this timeline to ensure effectiveness of this meeting and to provide equal opportunity to other speakers. During AGM, if the speaker shareholder or shareholder faces any technical issues, you can contact the helpline number mentioned in our notice. Members may note that as per the requirement of the circular, proceedings of this AGM shall be recorded and made available on the website of the company. Request from shareholders and their representatives has been received and considered. Since there is no physical attendance, requirement of appointing proxies is not applicable. The requisite statutory registers, auditors report, statutory auditors report, secretary auditors report are available for inspection during this meeting. This shall remain available during the meeting electronically. Since notice of 31st annual general meeting along with the annual report has been circulated to the members electronically on August 24, 2021, I take this notice and notice of AGM as read with your permission. With this, I now request Chairman to conduct the meeting. Over to you, sir.
Very fine. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to you all, the 31st annual general meeting of your company. As we all know, social distancing is a norm to be followed considering the ongoing pandemic. Therefore, this meeting is being conducted through video conferencing, other audio-visual manners in consideration with the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. I would like to thank all the members for having faith, support, and confidence in your company, even in these uncertain times. This is what inspires your company to strive for the betterment of our beloved members and stakeholders. As the attendance of members who are attending this AGM through video conferencing is considered for ascertaining the quorum, I confirm that the requisite quorum is present, and I now call this meeting to order. Before I speak to you about the performance of your company, let me briefly highlight the economic scenario in which your company is operating. Global as well as Indian economy witnessed the unprecedented crisis in 2020, resulting due to the outbreak of the novel coronavirus. And it's been more than a year when the COVID-19 has been declared as a pandemic. Social distancing norms followed by strict lockdowns and restrictions resulted into economic slowdown and have adversely affected all the industries and businesses across the globe. There has been gradual lifting of restrictions and relaxations done in phases in second half of financial year 2021, added with number of initiatives taken by the Government of India by introduction of financial packages, which is expected to strengthen the economy. Forgings being considered as a backbone of the manufacturing industry, which majorly caters to segments which have huge share in economic growth. Amidst ongoing pandemic in the country, forging industry also faced huge problems like difficulties in procuring raw material, irregular cash flows, rising inventory carrying costs, rising prices of power and fuel, which has all led to liquidity crunches. However, with notable initiatives from the Government of India, such as special package under the Atmanirbhar Bharat, liquidity support for banks and financial institutions, liberalization of FDI norms, production-linked incentives have provided an aid for the revival of manufacturing industries. Also, the Make in India campaign and the set Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative will surely provide a silver lining to the dark clouds in FY 21-22. Ill effects of the pandemic can be seen on the financial performance of your company as well. The year gone by has been below expectations in terms of sales and profitability. In the fiscal year 2021, your company's total revenue from operations plunged from 50.87 lakhs in the previous year to 40.44 lakhs, thereby recording approximately 20% reduction in total revenues. Though the total revenue suffered a setback, the board has, with periodic monitoring of the situation and by taking all the requisite measures and steps to use the resources as efficiently as possible, has managed to keep the operations well above the break-even level. Your company bounced back quickly, adjusted to the new normal, reorganizes operations, and regained the market share quickly. Bottom line has also seen a plunge in view of the prevailing situation. The company has posted a net profit of 358 lakhs for the fiscal year 2021, as against a net profit of 457 lakhs in the previous year. However, the economies have shown the signs of recovery in the current fiscal, and industries have started gaining momentum. The world's largest vaccination drive across the country would play a very significant part in beating the possible threat of the third wave, and it would ultimately result in uninterrupted business operations, and hoping that the economy would go back to the pre-2019 year levels. Considering these factors, prospects of a company in the current fiscal are on the positive side, which are reflected in the Q1 results of the current fiscal year. Before I conclude, I would like to thank the members of the board for the vision and experience and creative perspectives they bring to the company. I also take this opportunity to congratulate and thank Mr. Nitin Rajore, our whole-time director, who shall complete his first term as whole-time director in the month of November 21, under whose leadership the company has seen excellent growth post takeover by West India Forges. Being eligible for reappointment, the board has recommended to his reappointment for a further period of 5 years. I also congratulate and thank Mr. Goel and Ms. Santanaman, independent directors of the company, who shall complete their first term in the month of November 21 and May 22 respectively. Their expertise in the field of finance and corporate governance has helped the board of directors to adhere to the corporate standards. Being eligible, your board has recommended to their reappointment as independent directors for a further period of 5 years. Complete details of this reappointment are provided in the notice, an explanatory statement attached to the notice. I appreciate the expertise and efforts of the statutory auditors, internal auditors, and secretarial auditors for providing the best possible assistance and advisory to the company. I would like to place on record my great sense of appreciation to the employees, dealers, and business associates of the company for the continued perseverance and commitment that they demonstrate and the hard work they put in every day. At last but not the least, I would like to thank you, our members, for your continued support and trust. Best wishes to you all and have a good day. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. Now, moving forward with the proceedings of the meeting, the auditor's report and financial statements, auditor's report on the financial statements and secretary auditor report for the financial year ended 31st March 2021 do not contain any qualification, reservations, adverse remarks, or disclaimers. Accordingly, the said reports are not required to be read out as provided in the Companies Act 2013. With your permission, I take them as read. Pursuant to the provisions of 2013 and SEBI Listing Regulations 2015, the company has provided e-voting facilities to all its shareholders to cast their votes electronically in respect of all the business to be transacted in this AGM. Therefore, there is no need to propose and second the resolution, as the same has already been put for e-voting. The board has appointed Mr. Nishad Umranikar, partner of MS and Associates, Company Secretaries Pune, as scrutinizers for conducting the e-voting process in fair and transparent manner, who will submit his report. Members who have not casted earlier their votes in the remote e-voting can cast their votes once the electronic voting is activated by the moderator during the meeting, in respect of all the resolution contained in the notices. The results of the e-voting along with the venue votings shall be declared on the receipts of scrutinizer's report within 48 hours from the AGM. It shall also be placed on the company's website and also disclosed on the SEBI stock exchanges. I invite the members to offer comments and seek clarifications on the resolutions in the AGMs from serial number 1 to 5, if any. In the interest of time, company has provided e-voting facility. We shall take the resolution number 1 to 5 as read. Now the meeting is open for discussion. Any queries or speakers who have registered can ask the questions. Mr. Harshal, you can call the speakers registered one by one so that they can ask the queries, questions to our chairman.
Thank you, Satish. I now request our shareholder, Mr. Ketan Shah, to express his views. Mr. Ketan Shah, you are now online.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Here, can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So good afternoon, sir. I'm Ketan Shah, sir. I just want to thank you all the board of directors, especially our whole-time director and our chairman, sir, and all the board of directors. Whatever you had done last year in such a bad pandemic year. I think looking at that, under that background, I think we have done exceedingly well. Especially, I can point out one thing. In the June quarter of last year, 99% of the Indian corporate has shown the loss. We are the only company who has shown the profit. So I think that is showing the management skill. It shows the strength with which you are working. Sir, I have one or two questions. Can I ask you, sir?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, sir. First question was, what was the capacity utilization of our plant last year?
Yeah,
That is
since Nitin is the whole-time director and in charge of the operations on a day-to-day basis,
Yeah.
Nitin Rajure will definitely answer your question, please.
Okay.
Over to Nitin.
Yeah, hi, Ketan. Good afternoon. How are you?
Yes, sir. Hello, fine, sir.
The capacity utilization last year was around 60%
Okay.
because of COVID. We lost a couple of months in the lockdown. If you remember,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
month of April was a total washout.
Yes, yes.
And partially month of May was 20-25 days was a total washout.
Yeah.
And then we tried to recover and get our bearings back into action. So it was around 60% last year.
So what will be the current year expected to be? Expecting in the sense there is no third wave.
Yeah, I see. I do not know about the third wave. Nobody knows about the third wave. Now we have just come on halfway across the this financial year. So far, the way things are going, I think we should be doing around 70-75% capacity utilization.
Okay, sir. What was the install capacity of our plant as of now? Because when we had come last time, that was in 1919. I think there was some plant was supposed to be undergoing some changes,
Correct.
and there was expected to some install capacity to go up. And if I'm recollecting right, I think I've been told that we will be reaching somewhere around 1,000 ton or something like that. Can't recollect exactly. So, what is the install capacity of the plant as of now?
The install capacity, I mean, this plant is in existence for the last 30 years. So what was this particular machine can take, if properly utilized with the proper furnaces, can reach around 1,000 tons at the upper limit. But practically, I think when you run, when you are doing a batch process and there's only one single press, the number of furnaces need to be increased. That's what we are doing. We are adding furnaces. We are adding another furnace. So basically, sorry, I lost track. There was a call coming in.
Yeah, you are talking about the furnaces.
Yeah.
So
yeah, so installed capacity should be. You can take a benchmark of around 1,000 tons. Okay. And what is practically achievable in a very good condition with a good combination of forgings, I think it's around 750-800 should be a very good bet.
Okay.
If you achieve 750-800, it will be a very good bet. That's a very straightforward statement which I'm giving you.
Okay, sir. One more thing. You said just now that you are planning to increase the furnace. That means we are doing some capex in current year.
Yes. Yeah. No, the capex is already on for the last I think 1.5 years. Commissioning is just going to happen shortly.
Okay, so that my next question is related to that. Only on page 50, there was a capital work in progress. We are showing some 2.66 crore. That is the furnace you are talking about, which is pending.
Yes, that's a furnace. Yes, till I don't commission, I will not capitalize that. So it's happening probably this month end or probably next month. But we are on.
So how many furnaces will be added in that case?
No, only one furnace, but a 50-ton capacity.
Okay.
So we'll have 3 forging furnaces then.
Okay. And last question, sir, is regarding contingent liability not provided for. We are having 8 crore compared to last year 4 crore. Why we got a contingent liability? Because it shows that is a bank guarantee we are giving for LC and all that. That means we are importing something.
Yes, we are importing, and we are importing in a big way. And if you notice, I mean, I'm sure Ketan, you must be knowing the market very well. the raw material prices shot through the roof last October, and then it went on and on rising. So we had to start moving out of the country. We already were buying from overseas, but we sourced some new suppliers and opened LCs and imported a huge quantity from them as a first lot. So basically, these are LCs, BGs, and we are factoring in, you can say, a future requirement of raw material. That is the reason why this contingent liability can be seen. And this will all be taken care of in the cash flow. If you also notice, we have cleared our term loans. Our cash credit is pretty healthy. It takes care of quick payments. It takes care of raw material. So we are focusing on raw material procurement to a very great extent. And that is adding value to your company.
Okay, thank you, sir. So one more last question. Regarding current environment in which we are working right now, what you can say about it? Like last year we had this COVID, we have a slowdown, and a lot of factors were there. Right now, what do you feel about current year?
I'm you can say positive. The market is good. The market, the market is very competitive. The overall market is good. Forging is going through a tough time because of the raw material prices. Customers are not willing to pay a price rise. I do not know for what reason. When they know that their input cost has gone up, even their input cost has gone up. So I'm positive about the economy overall. And I'm also positive about our working at the forging, your company in particular. That yes, we are trying to see that we do better than what we did last year. I think we should be able to. And if there's a third wave, then the whole dynamics change dramatically. Because I believe that if just God forbid, if the third wave comes in, I believe it will be more fierce than the second wave. That's what I read. So we just pray to God and just move on with life and just pray that we do not face any untoward situation. It's not only us; it's the entire economy that will take a bad hit.
Okay. So last, I want to ask one question to Chairman, sir, if you have been allowing me. Sir, can we expect, sir, can we get a dividend this year? I think we are completing 5 years as a new management taking over. This is the 5th year started now. I know this question I'm asking may be relevant or not, but sir, can we expect some 5%, 10% dividend this financial year?
I think very nice, a very good question, which has been, I think, asked by many shareholders, and especially since we are in the 5th year of operations. As Nitin said, if there's no third wave and we are able to utilize capacity beyond 70 to 75%, and we are already in the half year ending, and I think first quarter results are good. Second quarter also seems to be good. And barring the third wave, yes, if the year does come to a good, let's say we jump up by 20-25%, which we have lost over the last year, then the directors could think of a dividend this year. I think, yes, it's high time. I know the expectations of shareholders is very high from a company of Rajkumar status, and we will definitely look into that possibility this year.
Okay, thank you.
I can only hope and have all the shareholders pray that there is no third wave one, and based on that, I think we will look very positively towards the year.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Most welcome, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Shah. As we haven't received any requests from other shareholders, I now hand over the proceedings to the company secretary. Over to you, Mr. Satish.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Nitin sir, for sharing your views and clarifying the shareholders. Next, we would now, there being no other business to be transacted, with the authority of Chairman, the meeting is declared as concluded. I sincerely thank all the shareholders, customers, suppliers, bankers, financial institutions, state as well as central government authorities for their continued support. We also express sincere gratitude to the shareholders and also wish to place on record appreciation for the committed services rendered by all our employees of the company. Dear members, for your convenience, the voting facility shall be activated for next 15 minutes. In case you have not voted earlier, you may do so now. Therefore, the meeting shall stand concluded. Shareholders may write their queries at secretarial@rkforge.in along with their DPID or folio number. We wish you a happy and healthy year ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.